All right, so I got that memo. What was that memo? An option to challenge for the championship. And you know what? I should have taken it. But I wanted to play the title defense line because the thing is that if I decide to challenge for the championship, I'd actually break the momentum, and instead I'd end up doing a challenge scenario instead of a defense scenario. So, yeah. And if you lose the championship, then chances are you're actually going to do a normal storyline scenario afterwards. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Your storylines are going to kind of get a little muddy if you try and do things differently. Like, okay, well, I'm still champion, so I'm just going to defend. But that's the thing. I want the top championship though, and I had the option to go for it. Oh, and here we go with this. Yes, I know what happened with Chris Benoit. If you don't, I'd rather not talk about it. A lot of people would rather not talk about it. Hell, WWE would rather not talk about it, and they'd like to pretend that he does not exist anymore. Despite the fact that, I actually talk about that later. But, I'm just going to say it right now. I don't want any fucking comments about it. All you have to do is go look it up. If you don't know what happened, you can go look it up. Oh, shit, I forgot. I can switch. Okay, it's the select button. I forgot I could do that. So then I can actually let the computer just beat up on my opponent instead. Good. So, yeah. Just no comments about that, please. Will we just be respectful to the deceased? Doesn't have to be, him. I mean, his family. Shit, come on. Now, in the meantime, back to the match. I'm about to go, mess with... Damn it, I was about to go mess with Edge. Because that's what I like to do. I like to go either get in a cheap shot on the legal man, or actually go, assault the illegal, assault his partner. And pretty much just, by the time he actually gets in the ring, he's taking just as much damage as his partner. So there's pretty much no difference. Now I'm going to switch back to me. And see, I think I actually forgot that I could switch again later. Because I actually continued to wrestle the match anyway. Then again, I was playing live, and in all honesty, I couldn't care less. I just wanted to, still wrestle. This is actually a game series I could continue to play and not necessarily get tired of it. Mainly because the storylines are so intriguing, and this is what I was talking about at the end of the last part. And the career mode actually lasts for such a while. It actually starts at the beginning of the year and carries on into the end of the year. And then some of the later games, it would actually continue on into the next year, allowing you to do more stuff. So you could pretty much cover all sorts of bases and do all sorts of different mix and matches. You could actually go from, you could go 1 year without winning the championship to winning the championship at WrestleMania, and then go into a whole other year just defending the title. Or maybe you could actually go through, defend the title, lose the title, start up a feud with somebody else, and then go on to win the championship again in another feud. And it's so versatile that's why I just can't get enough of these games. And considering that I had such a passion for wrestling back then, before about, when was it? 2009, I think. 2009 or 2010. It's probably 2009. It was during the La Familia storyline, Edge and Vicky Guerrero. All that stupid shit, which got repetitive to the point that I stopped caring. It's like JBL's Wrestling God bullshit. It went on too damn long. But that's when I stopped. What I mean by stopped, I think I've said this time and time again, but I've actually taken a break from wrestling. And then I decided to come back, one Friday night. I changed to My Network TV, and instead, I find Monk. I'm like, what the fuck is Monk doing on? I don't even like that show. And then turns out, I'm like, hang on, let me go to the WWE website, pull up the SmackDown portion of the site, find out SmackDown is now on Sci-Fi after they canceled ECW. I'm like, what? Really? This is what you're going to do? So what about the people that don't have cable? There are people that don't have cable. Yes, me and my family. The fuck? There's a lot of people that don't. I mean, well, not a whole lot, but there still are some people that just can't afford it. They had to actually cut some corners. Just whatever. So that did kind of make me lose some respect for WWE.
Chance to see these two superstars wrestle each other.
Just because of that. I mean, yeah, there's main event, but I don't give a shit about that. A 1 hour show that doesn't even really actually contribute all that much to main storylines. It pretty much serves as like Heat and freaking Velocity. Wait, what's Heat and Velocity? Sunday Night Heat applied to Raw. It was a place where their undercard could actually get a bit more development. Same goes for Velocity for SmackDown. Yeah, I know that much about it. Yeah, because that was the old WWF that I grew up with. And then it became the WWE, and then shit started changing. But it wasn't that bad. I got used to it, and then they changed shit again, and now I can't stand it. And that's why I had to take a break. I figured if I stopped watching for a while, then maybe it actually won't be as obnoxious. It won't be as over the top for me. I can actually kick back and enjoy it, because by this point I could start calling storylines, and by this point I actually checked out WrestleZone. And I started finding out about storylines in advance, and half of those storylines I could already see coming anyway. So we have something called kayfabe. It's the in-universe kind of fictional stuff. Oh, these two guys hate each other, but outside of the ring, ring gear off and everything, and casual clothes, when the cameras aren't on and everything, they're actually out just having a beer and being the best of buds. That's what that is. Yeah. It's like this WWE universe shit. Now, in the fandoms that I'm in, when we refer to universe, we mean pretty much in terms of this particular fictional series or whatever. Then we have this, story time. Sorry.
Oh, hey there, champ. What's up?
What are you doing with my belt? If you want to hold it so bad, why don't you try earning it?
If I was champ, I think I'd be a little bit more careful with the title so that it, doesn't end up in the wrong hands.
I had to feel like this. Now, you have two options. If you try and negotiate to get the belt back, it'll make you a good guy. You attack them, that makes you bad. Now, why I had the feeling that I'm going to see these two assholes. This is my belt. Mine. Don't you ever touch it again. Ever.
My God, the champion is completely paranoid about his title.
Damn it, Jericho. But yeah, why I have the feeling I'm going to see these two assholes for the rest of this damn season. I actually like HBK. Christian actually, he got up there later, and I'm actually proud of him. But I'll talk about that later. In the meantime, yeah, something that I didn't get to do because of how everything started with the first few parts. The first couple parts, I can pretty much actually fit in 2 weeks into a single recording, meaning that there are 4 weeks before a pay-per-view, so I can, or at least 3 weeks before, because the week of, so boom, I can actually knock out a feud in 2 parts and be done. Here goes the GM. Uh-oh.
Last week, we saw one of the most shocking displays of unprofessionalism I've ever seen in all my days in sports entertainment. So right now, I want the Intercontinental Champion to come down to the ring.
Shh. Chris Jericho, report to the principal's office immediately. Chris Jericho, report to the principal's office immediately.
I think I speak for every WWE fan when I say that what happened last week was unacceptable.
Oh, but come on, they had my belt, and
those two should have never put their hands on your title belt, and what you did to them was perfectly justified.
What?
That's a championship belt. No one touches that but the champ, and it's the champ's job to make sure of it.
If you didn't know, Eric Bischoff was the heel general manager.
I've got to disagree with the general manager, champ. I think you're afraid to let us get close to that belt, because you know either one of us could take it from you.
Why are you two working together? I'd love to teach you a lesson, but I'm not sure you've recovered from the beating I gave you and your buddy last week.
Maybe it's time we see if either of you deserve to wear that belt. We're going to have a non-title match tonight in this very ring.
Man, wait, what?
Which one of those two do you want to take on, champ?
Wait, I got a choice? Do I face the weak guy or the one that I know will definitely give me some? Oh, right, and also because HBK was the one holding the belt.
But I wonder if he regrets not taking the high road last.
No.
He'll be fine, JR. He had a right to protect his belt. He's the champ, and he's going to prove why later tonight.
Yup. See, now, the way this flows, it makes it seem more like it's supposed to be the world championship. Now, this same storyline, I'm pretty sure will play out even if you are the world heavyweight champion. It's interchangeable. And I think that's the other main reason why they decided to kind of rotate that out and instead make it about this particular guy or that particular guy. Yeah. Seriously, they'll switch it up, and then now is like John Cena, Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, and like maybe two other dudes that get storylines for that particular game, as opposed to actually having just anything in particular that you could play. And then those storylines aren't even really all that fulfilling because, well, they're relatively short and you can get them done rather quick. I briefly owned SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 because, well, the disc was damaged. I bought it pre-owned at GameStop. I know. But, I couldn't find the game anywhere else. And I had the money at the time and I was there. So I decided to get it and Star Wars Battlefront 2, another game that I've been meaning to pick up. And both discs were damaged. And I didn't examine them while I was in the store because they were closing very, very soon. So, yeah. But basically, the disc did work, at least for SmackDown vs. Raw anyway. And I played some tag team matches, got to see how that works because they changed up the tag system. And then I actually played a bit of career mode. Which career did you want to do? I pretty much played John Cena's. Why not? Because he's the top dude. He is the WWE champion, this, that, and the other. And I was mad at how freaking quick I managed to get through that storyline. I'm like, that's it? Yeah, Road to WrestleMania, i.e. the month of Royal Rumble, and then like the one or two pay-per-views between that and then WrestleMania.
Show for an outdoor arena, JR,
done.
Because Raw's gonna blow the roof off this place tonight.
It's boring as hell.
These men have certainly had
I want them to fix that.
But I think that deep down, there's a lot of respect.
At least make it a full year as this person.
But that's not gonna keep them from trying to beat
Like a half a year or something. I don't know. Just a little quarter of a year does not do anything for me. I mean, yeah, every single game culminates in a match at WrestleMania. But it's pretty much the lead up to it. Not that damn actual shit that they call the road to WrestleMania in real life, in the quote-unquote WWE universe, as I would have called it. But when they say, oh shit, I forgot I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, But when they say WWE Universe, they're referring to the audience out there, the people watching at home, the people that are following people on Twitter, and and hell, even like the personnel and shit there in the arena. It kind of feels weird when you're in a fandom, like all sorts of other stuff, Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, Doctor Who, whatever, and we refer to it as whatever this series or franchise or whatever universe, and then you come into this shit and they talk about it like that, and it kind of gets to me, it kind of irks me. Now, talking about what's actually happening on screen now, Shawn Michaels actually does have a history with the Intercontinental Championship. I don't exactly remember his track record, but not only has he held the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship, several times before, but he's also been an Intercontinental Champion. The reason why I picked him over Christian, even though I'm pretty sure Christian has also had a run with the Intercontinental Championship at least twice, is because, I'd prefer to face a guy who's actually up there, on championship status level. A guy that's a guy who ran with Triple H, a guy who then fought against Triple H in several hellish matches during my time growing up. Why not? I feel like I'd actually have a better show, a better match, a better experience, and a better spectacle with Shawn Michaels instead of, say, Christian. Not to mention I could pretty much easily kick Christian's ass, compared to fighting Shawn Michaels. Michaels is actually going to give me a fight.
Jericho's not just a superstar, he's also a huge rock star. Rope break.
Now, something that you could actually hear with the commentary, the in-game commentary, not mine, is that sometimes they'll get cut off because of how things are sequenced. Certain moves will actually cause certain sound bites to play. And so, because of priority, they'll cut out whatever they were about to say.
Now I'm having second thoughts.
They fix this in later games. They actually try and improve the commentary because they actually becomes rather repetitive, especially the longer a match goes on. So then they actually start getting more to say, and then like around 2008 and 2009, they actually start talking about what it is that you're doing when you go to get a weapon, because they'll say something when you hit someone, but then they'll say something when you go get the weapon.
The resiliency.
Or when you actually do like this kind of move or that kind of move.
Superstars lay into each other the way these guys are.
And then you start doing like your signature moves, then they'll start talking about it. And I actually like that. Good. Try and actually make it a bit more. Like that other game that they were trying to, that they were trying to really spice up, where it pretty much did have universe mode. I don't even remember which game that was. I don't remember if it was WWE 11 or WWE 12 or what, but they had it so that you could pretty much the game was almost always on. You win a match in exhibition mode. It pretty much started to forego modes. There wasn't like career mode or any of that. And you pretty much work your way up to a title and this and that, and it just affects the way that the whole world or universe actually works. Because now, this guy won this championship, now this guy wants in, and then, this person lost their championship. Now the crowd has decided, they want back this guy or something. This is like a whole bunch of crazy crap. Just like this DDT. Look at that. Crazy. But I don't know, it seemed like that's an interesting change of pace, but it really does mess up a lot of the stuff that I'm used to. So just I don't know, I'm kind of not really clear about details right now anyway, because my mind's actually having some issues now.
Incredible performance by these
I can't remember things so good today.
I can't believe everyone's still standing. Even the referee's getting a workout.
But there's jerk. Yeah, each of the games actually has something different about them, or something different that they try to bring to the table. And well, whether or not it succeeds depends on the game and how they execute it. I don't remember if this is if disqualification is on or not. So what I'm going to do is take out the referee, but not do it directly. If you actually target him and attack him, you will get disqualified. If you do something like a running grapple or something, and if you just like bump into him, quote unquote, then they'll actually make him get knocked out, and then you can pretty much assault your opponent. Now, another good way to tell if a match actually will be no DQ or not is to let your opponent just pick up the weapon, or if they'll get desperate and go out and get a weapon. If they do, then that means that, yep, it's all good. You can actually go get a weapon and do more damage than normal.
To get the win here tonight.
So, yeah, you do what you do.
See these two guys go at it again, JR.
See, look at this. Is that filler commentary that I gave you guys, talking about the other games. I haven't even gotten to the other games yet. This is just the first damn one. We haven't even seen all the contrast yet. I wasn't even sure if I'd actually do 2008 because, well, its season mode is completely different. Instead of just trying to get you to go to WrestleMania, they have another list of requirements in order to complete the mode. But like I said, I'll talk about it when we get to it, because right now this is what we got. This is how everything's actually playing out. Nope, gotcha, get him. Ha! You fell for it. Raccoon style. Possum style. Raccoon style. Damn it. I really should have been trying to watch Resident Evil bonus features last night. What the hell was I thinking? Raccoon style. But now that he's in the red, mash the hell out of those buttons. My strategy, lay my thumb over square, triangle, and circle and just mash the hell out of it. Bam. Because I'm pressing 3 buttons rapidly at the same time, it really makes the meter go over faster. So, there we go. I've beaten one of the guys that touched my belt. And like I said, because he was the one that touched it, I decided to give him a thorough thrashing. Well, we'll see how that continues in part 5.